Hello everyone and welcome back to more Cinderella Phenomenon. We are back for more Waltz's route. Yes, this is, I believe, the start of chapter 6? No, it can't be. No, 6. Because we did 3. Oh, God. Wait, we did 3, 4, 5, 6. No, this is 7. This is 7. Wait, I'm just gonna make sure. Yes, this is chapter. I'm so stupid. Anyway, so we are in the beginnings of chapter 7 of Waltz's Route because in the last episode we finished up on 5 and 6, in which we what the hell happened? Oh yes, okay, so we had a scuffle. We encountered Varg, of course, the person who in the middle of the night after delivering the present, and confronted us. It was Varg, surprise, surprise. And of course he is there to do one thing, and it's to take us back to the palace because that is where we belong, and etc. etc. And of course Walt is like, oh hell no, I ain't gonna let you do that. And of course we don't trust Varg because he's a shady ass character, so that led into a scuffle with him, but Varg pushed Waltz back because of course Waltz wasn't, he wasn't in his his final form, and he could only do simple magic, and that's why he couldn't really stand a chance against Varg and his OP cane. So Varg basically dragged us away, I think, after knocking back Waltz, and he made us we made it to the foresty kind of area before we were stopped by Karma. Karma was there, and he's like, out of his dress, and we were super confused. We were like, hey, this guy looks familiar, but I can't really put my finger on it. But anyways, Karma starts fighting Varg, and then he manages to push Varg back, and then afterwards Delora came, and that's when Varg was overpowered. He was outnumbered, and he decided to flee afterwards, saying that he'll be back. So that's what happened. Walt catches up to us. We were super worried about how he's hurt and injured, and we told him to go back to the merchant to get patched up. That happens, and then of course that, I think, eventually led to the whole divulsion of what the hell is going on, because Delora and Parfait is like, there's no way we could just keep this hidden from her any longer. She's too much involved and she needs to know what's going on. So I think they gave us a story about the whole Tenebraean bearer, whom our mom was. She was like the last Tenebraean bearer. She's the powerful witch, and that makes us a witch, and that she of course was the one who brought about the fairy tale curses, and was the one who killed somebody. I think she killed a human being that broke the what's it called, the oath that witches weren't supposed to harm anybody or any human beings, and that's what caused the war, the Great War. And and then I don't know how the conversation kind of led through to the point where we talked to Waltz again, and then he was saying how he needed not Wonderland, Jesus Christ, Neverland. Eventually we remembered Neverland and Tinkerbell to be the box, because after Walt was like, yeah, the box looked like this, it had wings or something. And we're like, oh shit, that's in our room. We need to go back to the palace to get it. I know where it is. It's in my room. And he was like, oh shit, okay. So they made up a plan to sneak back into the palace to grab Tinkerbell and Neverland. But of course we had to tag along because we're like, we're not gonna leave this to you, because I know where the hell it is, and I'm not gonna I'm going to help you no matter what you say. So yeah, we're pretty stubborn on that. So we snuck back into the palace, with the help of Jurian and Garland as our guards, and then we snuck back into our room with the help of Rod, because we sent a letter to Rod saying like, hey, we need to sneak back into the palace to grab Tinkerbell and Neverland. Please, can you help us, kind of thing. So he helps us sneak back through via the secret passageway, and he was like, oh yeah, you've changed. Like you before, you wouldn't have cared about anybody else other than yourself, but you care about people's safety and shit if things go wrong. So yeah, we come back into our room. We're super surprised at the fact that it's kept as it is, and we're like, why? Father doesn't even remember us. That's weird. But regardless, we couldn't find the box. We only found the key, and we're like, I swear we had it. And then of course we hear the door unlock, and the king walks in. Well, we hid in the room, and the king walks in, and we're like, oh shit, now what do you do? Because he's the one who has the box. And then of course Waltz gives us a little non-verbal cue to trust him, and so he walks out. He gives himself away first because the king notices that there was somebody in the room, and so Waltz walks out. The king recognizes him because he used to be Hildire's apprentice or student, which is why he hangs around the palace a lot of times before he disappeared and he was cursed. And also he was a key player into bringing about the peace after the Great War, and the king was really grateful for him for that. And then afterwards, we of course revealed ourselves as well because Walt was like telling us to come out, and of course the king recognized us as the girl who like confronted us or wanted to speak to him after we were cursed, but he couldn't remember. He only remembered that we were just this peasant girl who was like pleading for an audience with him. So we're just like we explained to the king, we need Neverland, why do you have it, kind of thing, and we need it back because that has Walt's magic in it. And he's like, oh, I just took it because it like was broken or cracked or something or chipped in one place, and then I just went to go fix it, and blah blah blah. So yeah, before anything could really happen, before he can like give it over, of course Varg bursts into the room. He ruins everything. He's like, hello, I'm here to take you back, but we're already in the palace, so I don't know how that makes sense. Anyways, we're like, where the hell is Druin and Garland? But they managed to escape, which is a good thing. After the little scuffle of arguing back and forth whether or not we should like get a head start and running away, or like who's staying back to like buy time, etc, etc, we all stay back to buy time. That's the agreement because nobody wanted to leave. And so afterwards we ran past Varg to grab the box that was dropped on the floor. We managed to open the box, and then that released Waltz's magic. Hooray, hurrah, he's back in his full form. He can use magic to his full extent now. And then yeah, he bust us out of there. He like pushed Varg back. We ran off into the throne room, and then of course we were Rod. Oh yeah, the royal family was there. We managed to catch up to the royal family to like. Of course, we found out about the whole like coup d'état that Sir Alcaster was doing with Sir Mithral. Sir Mithral's was there too, and we found out that they were a shady bunch, and that's how we ran away from them. Even though, despite we're like, where are the guards? Kind of, the guards are supposed to help us, but well, we got duped. Anyways, we ran into the throne room. They cornered us there, except Walt, of course, was like, hey, I can make a portal. We could all escape back to the Martian, but it's gonna take a while because I haven't done this in a long time. So he manages to open a portal to let the family escape, and then of course he was like, you, the king, we need to go through, and the king as well. But we're like, no, we can't do that. So the king wanted to stay because he's like, I'm not abandoning the palace because that means I abandoned my people in the kingdom, kind of thing. And we're like, and then we decided that we wanted to stay with our father too, because we wanted to talk and have some moments with him and like get some answers as well too. So we pushed Waltz through the portal, and then we let ourselves get captured. Except afterwards, when the guards all went away and they thought that they had us bound by our feet and wrists, the king snuck out a dagger from his boots and then cut the ropes, and then we decided to go through the secret passageway under the floorboards of the throne room. So yeah, that was cool. That was neat. So then we were going through the secret tunnel, and then I forgot what the hell happened, but I think, yeah, we were in the middle of the conversation. We were trying to like get answers from him, but he was like, I'm sorry, I don't really remember much of you, I think, of why it is that he didn't really care about us all that much when we were little, because he doesn't remember us because of the curse. But either way, he was like, I'm sorry, and I feel like I'm responsible for what happened with Hildire, blah 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 blah, kind of thing. And yeah, I think that's when before anything could really happen more, or before we could really get another word out, we ran or some shit. I don't even know, but we are here. We are standing here. This is where Mom is. Our first encounter with Mom. No. Wait, no. Okay. I'm so sorry. A lot of shit happened. I'm sorry, okay? And it's been a while since I've got back to this game. No, we walked into the garden, the doorway, one of the doors that was supposed to lead out to the garden, that was supposed to lead outside out of the palace, and that's how we escaped. But except the door that we ran through was actually the Tenebarium Bearer crystal room, where Mom is still frozen in the crystal, and this is our first discovery of her actually being alive and just frozen and asleep. Yes, that's it. Yeah, that is it. That is it. Okay, this is where we are. There we go. Oh my god, a lot of exposition, but I'm sorry, but it's 2 chapters. Okay, so a lot happened. Anyways, let's continue on. Let's get started right now and see where the hell this leads us. So I feel that I cannot trust my eyes because it is indeed Mother standing before us. There she is, just asleep. She looks the same as when I last saw her, like she has just been sleeping all this time. Yeah, well, it does look like she's sleeping. What is Hildire doing here? Well, she's frozen. Is that the Crystallium Tenebarium? Yes, it is. She looks like she has been trapped inside the crystal, but how? Well, no, she passed on 4 years ago. This is impossible. Well, that's what you think. A lovely surprise, isn't it? Oh my god, he's gonna force us to touch it, and then she's gonna come back. Oh no. Yes, of course. he would be here. The king immediately moves to stand in front of me. Sir Mythos saunters towards us with a wide smile on his face, looking unperturbed. Yes, isn't she exquisite? Even in slumber, she is still so beautiful. Oh my god, you're creepy. What is the meaning of this, Sir Mythos? What is the meaning of this, Mythos? Yeah. When Mythos does not answer, the king reaches for his knife and frowns. What exactly are you and Alcaster planning? Well, I'm offended that you are associating the two of us. My goals are different from Alcaster's. Yes, they are. My only wish is to see my queen again. Alcaster is the one who is after your throne. Yes. What are you going to do with Mother? I'm going to revive her. Yeah, I plan to revive her. What? Yes. I stare at Sir Mythos, shocked. Revive Mother? Is it even possible to bring back the dead? Well, she's not dead, she's just asleep. She is still alive, dear princess. My queen is only sleeping, right? Her link to the Tenebrarium has allowed her to survive all of these years. She infused the last of her power with the crystal and merged with it. She was wise, yet even as its light grows dimmer, so too does the light of her life come close to being extinguished. Oh no. Once you have fully accepted your role as the new bearer of the Crystallium Tenebrarium, her link with it will be severed, and she will die. Yeah. That's why I need you, princess. I need your powers to bring her back to life. What? Yes. Go touch it. On your 18th birthday, you will inherit the crystal's powers, and with that power, you will revive my queen. Nope. Isn't this what you've always wanted, to have your beloved mother back? It is true that I've always wished for Mother to come back. But Delore and Parfait told me the truth, and now that is the last thing that I want. Good, good, good. What if Mother ruins the kingdom once again? Well, she will. I will not let that happen. I will not let my kingdom fall into darkness again. The king charges toward Sir Mythos with the knife in his hand. Uh-oh. That is a bad idea. Yeah, he can use magic, and I don't know if you should bring a knife to a magic fight. But Sir Mythos easily sends him flying backward with a flick of his wrist and a magic spell. The knife falls to the ground, just a few feet from where I stand. Pick it up, then. Your Majesty! I am about to run to him when Varg steps out of the darkness of the room and points his sword at the king's throat. Oh no! Don't move, princess, otherwise my hand might slip. Girl, I freeze in my spot. Has he been there this whole time? Yes. Now, princess, you have an important decision to make. Help me revive the queen and save the king, or run away and he dies. My life is nothing compared to the lives that will be lost if Hildire is brought back. I would gladly trade my life for any of the lives she would steal. That's true. Foolish king, you cannot gamble with your life when it is no longer in your hands. Sir Mythos growls at the king before facing me once again. He flashes a crooked smile. Oh man. How about it, princess? I decline, agree. Oh no, I don't want no. Oh no, I no. Everything said, everything I don't want to. The king says no. I think it's a bad idea. But the thing is, it's the actions that I'm supposed to do, where it's like I have to agree, because then that means I care for father. no matter the fact that he ignored us when we were little. Shit. Oh no. I don't want to. I honestly don't. But like I feel like it might be an inevitable thing, you know? Like, let's just agree. Let's just agree to disagree. I may not have a good relationship with the king, but I cannot forsake his life, right? Defeated, I nod at Sir Mythos. I will help you, Mythos. Yeah, a wise decision, princess. Yeah. Hana, don't. No. The king suddenly cries out in pain as Varg plunges his sword into his arm. Oh, no! Hey! That's rude! I said I would go along with your plan. The king's sleeve is slowly dyed maroon with his blood. I would stop talking if I were you, your majesty. Stop, right? I cringe at the sight of the king's blood. You said you wouldn't hurt him. A small wound won't kill him, your highness. He is still alive after all. I know, but like still. Varg, kindly escort our lovely guest to a comfortable prison cell. I take a few steps back as Varg approaches us. All I manage to do is back myself into the wall. Varg looks at me amused, like a cat toying with a mouse. He takes another step, but I do not get to see the movements he makes afterward. Whoa! A bright light engulfs the area, eliciting an agitated hiss from Mythos. What? Magic? But how? Is it you, Waltz? What the hell? When the light clears, Varg is still standing, his eyes on my feet. I follow his gaze. Oh! My slippers! My shoes! Oh my god, I did a good deed, so that means I did good, right? My shoes have been replaced with 2 beautiful glass slippers. Hey, I broke my curse. What did I do? Sacrifice myself? The king looks at me, his eyes hazy. He opens his mouth to speak, but then stops when Mythos comes to hover just above him, his expression fixed into a glare. Oh, how charming. What? But your broken curse will not help you now, princess. Now, be a good girl and allow Varg to escort you to your cell. So, hello? Did I do good or not? Varg takes us to one of the prison cells and locks us up. This time, be a good girl and don't try to escape. I scowl at him. He only smirks in response. Dang it, feisty as always. He flashes me a lopsided smile before taking his leave. Okay. Hana. The king collapses to the ground with his back to one of the walls. I quickly run to his side so that I can inspect his wound. Does he have anything I can use to tend to his wound? I notice something in one of his pockets and quickly lean forward to pull it out. A handkerchief. Yes, it is small, but it will have to do. I take the king's handkerchief and wrap it around his wounded arm. I am sorry. Your injury is my fault. The king cups my cheek and turns my head so that I am facing him. The gesture is so gentle it moves me to tears. A father should be the one to protect his child, always. Oh, no. His face is twisted in pain as he stares at me, eyes brimming with tears. I see the recognition in his eyes. Yeah, having reunited with my father like this makes me realize that I still cared for him. Please forgive me. No, I already have. The words take a great weight off my heart. It is as if the ice that has been shrouded. It is as if the ice that has been shrouding it for so long is finally melting away. Without another word, my father throws his arms around me, trapping me in a warm embrace. This is the first time he has ever hugged me. I feel tears brimming in my eyes, and soon I am crying as I bury my face into my father's shoulder. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, my dear daughter. Aw, so I didn't do good by saying I would agree? Ugh. I know it's wrong, but like I said, I thought it was more so the gesture because if I do agree, then that means I care for the king's life, you know? And let's like self-sacrifice in a way. We stay like this for what seems like a lifetime, leaning against each other and crying, silently asking for forgiveness. Okay. Once we are more relaxed, I sit down beside my father and tell him what has transpired since I was cursed. His expression becomes darker with every word that I speak. You have suffered so much, and I have not been able to ease that suffering in any way. No, my life as a commoner showed me things I have never appreciated before. It was more fulfilling than my life in the palace. The moment I became cursed might be the first moment I started truly living. Ah, wow. That's deep. I take a deep breath as I contemplate the question that has been in my heart all this time. Your Majesty, have you ever loved me? I am terrified, but still I force myself to look right at the king. I have always loved you, Hana. I value you more than my own life. You are my everything, my daughter. Oh, I blink at him, my eyes filled with tears. Again! I waited so long to hear those words from you. If you loved me, why were you not there for me? Why did you let Mother do this to me? Was it because I was her daughter? It is true that you are her daughter. But you are also mine. Okay, I don't even remember how we... His voice trails off and he avoids my eyes. He sighs softly. I was put under a spell that night. Oh, months later you came along. I thought I could never bring myself to love you, not when you were the witch's daughter. Oh, shit! Damn, that's fucked up. Okay, well, you know what, like, it's Hildire, like, honestly. But you were different. She was darkness and you were light. Yeah, and then she corrupted you. Hildire forbade me to get close to you. She was afraid that I would influence you to betray her. She told me that she would steal you away completely if I ever approached you. I couldn't bear the thought of losing my own daughter, so I did as she demanded. I had to watch you grow up from afar. I had to push you away. Yeah, the only thing I could do for you was help you celebrate your birthday every year. He was the one that did the dolls! Oh, shit. Oh my god, everything is coming to light now. Dang. The birthday surprises every year, the letters that led to the secret birthday rooms. Those surprises were always the highlight of my birthday. This whole time, it was you who planned those surprises? Yes. I could not let you know that it was I could not let you know that it was I who planned those surprises. The beautiful smile that you had on your face when you saw all of your gifts was more than enough. Oh man, I'm really sorry for everything, Hana. For not being a good father, for not being there for you, for pushing you away. After your mother died, he pauses, then shakes his head. After I had thought she died, I thought I might make it up to you, but I failed miserably as your father. You were already so far away from me. I tried to get close to you, but I drove you away. Yes. I do not blame you. Yeah, I think back to all the times when he tried to talk to me or approach me. I would always walk away or refuse to talk to him. Because I hated him. I was convinced he didn't love me. Yes, I tried, but I tried too late and not hard enough. I should have tried to better understand you. I should have tried harder to see what your mother had done to you. I have never expected any sort of forgiveness, and yet you still gave it to me. But now I am at a loss as to what I can do to make it up to you. Well, we can try to get out. I don't care what Varg says, but like, I want to go. But you're here now, right? Yeah. I smile at him hesitantly, and he smiles back. He leans forward to place a kiss on my forehead, even as he wipes a tear away. Oh, I love you, Hana. Oh, Faja. I love you too, father. He rests his hand on my cheek. Allow me to make it up to you. Allow me to make it up to you. Allow me to protect you. Okay, you cannot bring her back, Hana. There would be too many consequences. I know that, but if I refuse to help them, they will kill you. Father shakes his head and smiles. If I have to give up my life to give you and our kingdom a brighter future, then so be it. Dang, girl! Princess, it's almost time to go. Father moves to stand in front of me. Oh shit, I won't let you take her. Varg doesn't answer. He silently taps his cane to the ground, creating the same energy force as before, sending father back into the wall with an invisible force. Father! Oh my god, father. Father staggers back to his feet and gazes at me with a pained expression. Don't do this, Hana. I ball my hands into tight fists. I have no other choice. I'm sorry, father, but I cannot let them kill you. I try to smile at him reassuringly before walking away with Varg. The last thing I hear is him calling my name before Varg closes the door and there is silence in the hallway. Oh man. I am once again standing in front of Mother's crystallized form. It's time, princess. Now put your hands over the crystal. I stare at my mother's crystallized form in silence, but fear takes a hold of my body. Time is of the essence, princess. I do as commanded and set my hands on the surface of the crystal. Okay, here we go. But I honestly believe that there's no helping it. She will get revived one way or another, to be honest. Moments later, the clock strikes 12 and my body suddenly grows heavy. A strange power begins to flow through me. What is happening? Well, I attempt to pull my hands backward to no avail. Not only are they heavy, but they feel as if they are glued to the crystal. Even as I struggle to move, I feel my energy dimming as the crystal grows brighter and brighter. Yeah. Yes! Yes! Excellent, yes. I blink a few times as tears begin to sting my eyes. I bite my lip in an attempt to keep myself from falling unconscious, and the effort only makes me taste blood. Hana! Whoa! Holy shit! Oh my god, you're here! Jesus Oh, there's your portal. Oh, out of the corner of my eyes, I catch a glimpse of Waltz by the door, his hands glowing as he prepares to cast a spell. Waltz's eyes meet mine, his expression contorting in anger as he turns to glare at Mithros. This is madness, Myth. Yes. You're too late, Waltz. Just a little bit more and the energy transfer will be complete. And my queen will be free from her prison. Oh god. I won't let you do this. Okay. Then help me. Waltz releases his spell at Mithros, who quickly conjures a shield to protect himself. I feel so weak. I feel my knees giving out. The next thing I know, Waltz stands beside me with a dagger. He drives the edge of the dagger into the tenebrarium's surface, cracking it slightly. And then I am free. Nice! Waltz catches me in his arms just before my body hits the floor. Ouch. Stay with me, Hana. My body relaxes when I feel his arms around me. I squint up at his face, but his features are blurry. I have to blink a few times to clear my vision. I knew you'd come back. What took you so long? What took you so long? Isn't that the right appropriate answer? What took you so long? No, I knew you'd come back. Kind of. I mean, I knew you'd come back? Thank you for trusting me. Yeah. Yes! Okay. I wasn't gonna be snarky, even though I would've. Personally, I will always come back for you, no matter the risk. Oh, wow. Thank you. Don't speak, princess. Save your strength. Okay. How did you get in here? What's that portal? Oh, Parfait! Is that Parfait? Yes, what? It looks like we made it just in time. Yes, hello Parfait. Parfait steps through the hole in the wall that her outburst of magic created. She looks solemn. Hello, you. How dare you show your face here? You who tried to kill my beloved queen. Kill? Mythos raises his hand to cast a spell, but Parfait quickly freezes him in place with a flick of her wrist. Ooh, he's getting schooled right now. I am surprised, but then I realize that Parfait is the Lucis bearer. Even in her weakened state, it seems she is a force to be reckoned with, right? She turns to face me with a weak smile on her face. As the bearer of the Crystalium Lucis, it is my duty to stop Hildire. Such was my goal, even back then. Even when the two of us were dear friends. While Parfait is speaking, Varg slowly moves forward with his cane. He seems just about ready to bring it down to the ground when Parfait turns in place and casts a spell. Not so fast, sir. Yes, the magic hits the cane head-on, shattering it on impact. Bye-bye. Varg, however, seems surprisingly calm. What? It's a good thing that wasn't the only weapon I had, huh? Oh yeah, he has like a little secret sword. Varg suddenly charges toward Parfait. Something silver and sharp glints in his hand. Nope. Hell no. That like I said, don't bring a knife to a magic fight. It just doesn't work. Parfait doesn't even move as she casts another spell, knocking Varg back against the wall. The knife in his hand clatters to the ground. Varg staggers back to his feet. The mask covering his eyes falls from his face as he stands. When he looks up, I feel my blood turn cold. Because it is Fritz! Yes! Fritz! Varg wags his fingers at me, his smile crooked. Maybe I look like him a little, but you can't seriously think we're the same person, can you? But you are, though. I clutch Waltz's shirt between my fingers as I stare. Everything begins to feel hazy once again. What is going on? I know, so many things are happening. Hana. Oh, King. Oh my god, Faja. I hear my father before I see him. When I turn, he is limping toward us with a pained expression on his face. I can only assume that he somehow made it out of his cell or that someone helped him out. Waltz's arm is still there to support me as I walk toward my father. Father reaches out to touch both of my cheeks. His warmth makes me flinch. You are cold. Yeah, I will be fine. Father clenches his fist and turns to Mythos. It's over now, Mythos. Not quite. Oh, it's Mother. A bright light suddenly surrounds the tenebrarium and the whole room is engulfed in white. I should have killed you a long time ago, dear Gennaro. Yes. Here comes Mother. Oh, shit. And he's dead, isn't he? Ugh. Father! Oh, I am unable to see what has happened, but as soon as the light disappears, I see what horror has happened before me. Oh, I scream when I spot the large gash in my father's chest. Blood pours from a wound from a blade of light. I catch my father in my arms as he stumbles back. Waltz quickly comes to stand beside me to support him. Father! Now this kingdom is mine once again. Yeah, now this kingdom is mine once again. Yes, the voice is familiar, but distantly so. It is a voice from my memories. Yes, there she is. I look up and suddenly there she is. My mother stands before me, beautiful and regal. Her eyes are cold, lacking any kind of love as she looks over at me. The high bitch herself, Hana. What? Welcome back, my queen. Mythos, who has somehow managed to escape from Parfait, is now down on one knee before Mother. Oh, Hildire, yes. Hello, dear Fae. It's been a while. Parfait puts a hand to her chest as she begins to cough. She collapses to her knees. You have grown weaker since we last fought. Oh, Lady Parfait. Lady Parfait! Please! Her mother's eyes snap to Waltz and narrow. Oh, she's like, oh, it's you. And I see that the traitor is here too. I also see that you've managed to reunite with my daughter. Mother flicks her wrist as she casts her spell. Uh-oh. Okay, oh shit. What now? You will pay for what you did to me. Oh, step back. Oh god. Parfait, please! Parfait quickly steps in front of us and an invisible barrier appears just as Mother conjures a series of sharp ice projectiles. Oh. They bounce harmlessly off the shield, but I can feel the rumble in the ground as they tumble down to the floor. Ugh. Oh, Parfait, where's Delora? Parfait is still kneeling on the ground. Now I can see blood on her lips. Oh god. Hana, what? I look down at my father. His shirt is soaked with blood, but his eyes are still barely open. Father. Oh, I feel tears brimming in my eyes. Oh god. What's happening? The room fills with light, this time emanating from the floor. Slowly, our surroundings begin to blur. Oh my god, is she using a transfer spot? The transportation spell? Go then. Run away, Parfait. That's all you have ever done. Yes. Parfait's voice is pressed in pain as she speaks. We will stop you, Hildire. Oh my god, the last thing I see is Mother's wicked smile. Then the light swallows us whole. Wow. Okay, yeah. When the light fades, we are back in the march-in. Parfait's still on the ground, though now she seems like she might sink into it. Lady Parfait, I'll be fine. Just call Rumple, quickly. Walt starts from the room immediately. Father, please hold on. My father's clothes are now dyed a thick crimson that stains my hands and dress. Moments later, Walt returns with Rumple. He rushes over to the king the moment he sees them. Rumple tears my father's shirt open, revealing a deep wound on his chest. He quickly looks over and attempts to apply pressure to the wound, but the bleeding does not stop. He's lost too much blood. Can't you do something? I will do my best, but there is only so much I can do, Princess. God, I cannot perform miracles. There is a faraway look in his eyes as he says this, an almost pained expression on his face. His helpless expression makes the panic surge in me again. You call yourself a doctor? Hey now, hey, I know you're just lashing out because you're emotional right now, but he's doing his best. Hana, calm down. I cannot lose him, Waltz. Yeah, true. I don't have much time left, Hana. I turn to look down at my father, my eyes filling with tears. No, don't say that, father. Don't do that. Don't give me that talk. I wanted to see you become queen, but it seems that this is the end for me. I collapse beside father, and he reaches up a shaking hand to touch my wet cheek. I protect our kingdom. I can only nod at him. I will always be with you. In the Force. I love you, Hana, and I am proud that you are my daughter. Oh God. Father smiles at me, and it is so genuine and warm that it brings fresh tears to my eyes. His eyes slowly close, but the smile never leaves his lips. Father? Oh, I shake him, but he does not react. No! I lean over my father, willing him to come back, to open his eyes, but he is no longer breathing. For the first time in my life, I cry for my father. Dang, well, I can't. Dang. I mean, I kind of had a feeling that he was gonna die. Like, it seems like it was setting up for it. Like, if not, like, during that time when Varg was, like, in our room, he confronted us, and Gennaro was just like, I'm not gonna be the one who's leaving. I will stay here to protect you, kind of thing. I was like, oh, something's gonna happen. Ever since my father's death, I have locked myself in my room. I am filled with constant grief and pain, but have become numb on the inside. Even when I want to cry, the tears won't come. Oh my gosh. Oh girl. Hana, I brought you something to eat. I am in no mood to eat, but you have to. Walt sets the tray down and walks toward me, the blanket crumple as he sits down beside me. Slowly he wraps his arms around me and strokes my hair. Well, what happened wasn't your fault, Hana. He did what any father would do for his daughter. He did not deserve to die the way that he did. I know, right? It's a shitty way to go. By Mother's hand. I know. I curl my fingers into Walt's shirt. I do not want to lose anyone anymore, Waltz. Waltz continues stroking my hair. It'll be fine, I promise. No, I don't trust that. For now, you need to rest, Hana. I'll be here by your side until you fall asleep. He plants a kiss on my forehead and I close my eyes, relishing his warmth. I don't like the sounds of that. Waltz's hold is firm but comfortable, and I sink into his arms as I fall into a dreamless sleep. Days later, the palace announces father's death. It isn't long before Alcaster is given his crown. Really? Him? What happened to fucking Hildire? What? The announcement of his ascension comes with an explanation of the king's death. The palace paints me as a criminal, telling the townsfolk that I was the one who killed the king. Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, like, Hildire is supposed to be quote-unquote dead, so it would be super weird that she would come back, and everybody hated her, that's why. So, if she comes back with the crown, then of course everyone's gonna be like, she obviously killed the king, which is true, but so, yeah, it's smart on their part. Okay, I get it. Yeah, the announcement of his ascension comes with an explanation of the king's death. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. I killed him, which is not. It's false. I am labeled a fugitive, and the royal family is officially declared missing. We have all been hiding together since then, the royal family included. Now, it has been 2 weeks since father died. The longer time moves on, the more aware I become of one gaping realization. What? Mother has not yet shown herself to the public. Of course not. I don't think it's the right time. What could she be plotting? I place my hand over my heart, willing the pain away. Every time I think of Mother, I remember the sword of light that went through my father's body. Enough time has passed. Even though I am suffering losses, I cannot stand idle. I have a promise to fulfill. I will protect our kingdom. I am about to go back to my room when Parfait calls me. Dolores stands beside her. Hana, can we talk with you? Yes. I look away, avoiding their eyes. What is it that you want to discuss with me? It's about the Tenebrarium. Despite Hildire's revival, it appears that the crystal's light is still dim. That can only mean one thing. Hildire is still weak. Yeah, still weak. Cause we haven't really fully did the whole power transfer thing, right? Because Waltz interrupted that. Yeah, still weak. Hildire was absorbing all of your powers when we found you. Yeah, we interrupted the process. The crystal was not able to absorb all of the magic you now possess. That is why she is still weak. Yeah, also, there was something else that bothered me about the crystal. Something odd. What? Odd? A bearer has a very strong bond with their crystal, a mutual relationship of sorts, but that bond was absent when she returned. What are you saying? Yeah. It seems as if the crystal is forsaking their bond. Oh! What? Does that mean its loyalty is to me now? That'd be great! It seems even the crystal knows that Hildire's time has come and gone. Princess, the crystal has already chosen you as its next bearer. Yes, it's a small blessing, but it doesn't change the fact that Hildire is still the strongest witch, right? At least that is what she wants us to think. Parfait and Dolores exchange a glance. What? The crystal has chosen its next bearer, and you have just as much potential, if not even more, right? I would think this is my advantage. Dolores turns to me, her usually lax expression more solemn. What? Are you ready to learn magic, Hana? Magic that you will potentially use to defeat your mother? Well, I have to. Yeah, for father. I have never used magic before in my life. I have never been raised as a witch, and using magic to defeat mother, I do not know. Oh god, okay. Well, regardless of what decision you make, we'll all be here to support you. Dolores and I want you to know that. How is it that they are still willing to help me when I was the one that caused this whole mess? I need some fresh air. Yes. Let's take a walk, yeah. I begin to walk toward the door when I see Ophelia walk in from the tavern. Oh, our eyes briefly meet and she opens her mouth to say something, then stops when I shake my head. I do not want to hear her blame me for my father's death. Certainly that must be what she is thinking. No! Ophelia frowns but does not speak. I quicken my pace, almost running as I head into the forest. She's not the type of woman to think that, okay? The night is silent and calm, and the only sound I hear is the gentle sway of the grass as I step through it. Mother is back because of me. If I hadn't revived her, father would still be alive. I think it would have happened regardless. She's a key player into this sort of story. How am I supposed to face everyone knowing that? Waltz has been trying to cheer me up. While I appreciate his company and concern, even he cannot help me come to terms with my mistakes. I hear footsteps behind me. I turn to see Waltz approaching with a frown on his face. Hana, please, I am not in the mood to listen to your reassurances again. I do not need you to tell me again that this was not my fault. Hana, your father wouldn't want you to see you like this. How would you know what my father wanted? I snap at him without meaning to, not bothering to hide the irritation in my voice. He'd want you to walk forward, not linger on the past that cannot be changed. Yes. You've been distancing yourself from us since the king passed. Don't think that I haven't noticed. Why is that? Because this is the only way I can keep them safe. What are you talking about? Let's just give it to him. Come on, he's right. It's not like he's not. That's not like he's wrong. Yeah. Yeah. You know that I'll always be by your side, Hana. Shouldering the burden will only worsen your pain. Worsen? I already know the pain of losing someone that I love. I have brought nothing but suffering to those around me. I cannot get close to anyone again, lest I put them in danger. I have already lost my father, and I do not want to lose anyone else. Especially not you, Waltz. Yes! I did the right thing! Yes, Waltz's eyes widen as he stares at me. Yes, confession. Aww. I want to show you something. What? Keep your eyes open, Hana. You can't miss it. Waltz snaps his fingers, and golden orbs of light suddenly spring to life around us. Is it the little magic trick? This is so romantic. Wow. I was gonna say, is it like the thing that he was working on when we first came into the room? I can only marvel at the orbs of light floating around us. They look like stars dancing through the night. It's beautiful. You cannot truly appreciate how bright a star is without darkness. Walt snaps his fingers again, and most of the lights go out. Oh, oh. During difficult times, the light grows dimmer. Oh, stop! Stop! He snaps again until only one light remains. When you're all alone, it grows even dimmer still. There are things that you cannot do on your own. Otherwise, you risk snuffing. You risk snuffing out your own light. Your own light out. Well, yeah, but yeah. Stop! This is too romantic. Another snap, and the golden orbs return. This time in great numbers. The lights are brighter than they were before. You're not alone, Hannah. I love you, and it hurts to see you suffer alone like this. Stop! Stop! Go away! Stop! My heart is pounding so hard I fear it might escape my chest. In this moment, it feels as if time has stopped, and it is just the two of us. All I can see is Waltz. As I stand here staring at him, I come to a realization. I love him. Yes, of course you do! Oh, how the hell wouldn't? Look at that face. When did this happen? After a few moments, I realize that it does not matter. I stand up on the tips of my toes so that I can cup Waltz's face in my hands. I move before I can think, leaning over to place a light kiss on his lips. Smooch! Yeah, I bet you didn't see that one coming. Hey! I feel an arm around me as Waltz pulls me closer. The kiss becomes more heated, and I feel a gentle flame stirring in my stomach, even as my mind becomes foggy. Kiss me, you fool. I feel his tongue on my lips. Ooh, we got French kissing. Okay. But when I part them, he has suddenly drawn away, his face deep red. Oh, okay. He's a gentleman as always. Sorry, I need to catch my breath. No worries. I feel the heat in my cheeks and have to fight back my embarrassment. I just kissed Waltz. Yes, you did. I look up at Waltz, suddenly realizing how close he is to me. I quickly bury my face into his chest to hide my embarrassment. Waltz's chest rises and falls with his gentle laughter. You're so cute. Stop! Stop. Stop it. I close my eyes, allowing his warmth to envelop me like a blanket. I love you, my little star. Shh. Stop. I can't handle this. I can't. This is not just your battle anymore, Hannah. You don't have to carry this burden alone. So please, trust in me, trust in us. I am overwhelmed, but Waltz's words make me feel strangely light, as if a weight was truly being lifted, from my shoulders. I will, thank you. Oh my god, we should go back now, or else everyone might get worried. Waltz places a soft kiss on my forehead and smiles at me as he pulls away. He extends a hand toward me. Let's go, my little star. Stop. Fuck. I smile as I slowly take his hand. We walk back to the march-in hand in hand, momentarily forgetting about all the bad things that have transpired. Chapter 8, Hope. Okay, well, just so you know, don't get your hopes up, girls, guys, everybody here watching this. This is all gonna just hit the fan real bad, cause you know, if y'all know me, and if y'all been following this Let's Play, you all know that bad ending's gonna come our way, no matter what. It has been almost 3 weeks since Mother's revival, and yet I have not heard or seen anything of her. What are you planning to do, Mother? Right? Parfait told me before that the Tenebrarium had already chosen me as its next bearer. Does that have anything to do with why Mother is still in hiding? Maybe, yeah. It is impossible not to feel the weight of my new responsibility. I have not yet fully accepted that I am now the bearer, but I cannot run from this responsibility for long. The Tenebrarium bearer's duty is to work alongside Parfait to balance the light and the darkness of the kingdom. That balance had only just begun mending before Mother's sudden revival. For nights I have been wondering if there is some other way to stop Mother without fighting her. A small part of me hopes that perhaps Mother can still change. I think about that, and then I remember how Mother so heartlessly killed Father as soon as she has been revived, right? No, there is no hope. She was sleeping for 4 years, but that did not change her mind. Even now, I can only assume that she still means to make this kingdom suffer. Yeah, she's really petty, okay? She's a very petty woman. It feels as if my heart is twisting itself into a knot. I gasp when a bright spark fizzles in my life. I gasp when a bright spark fizzles to life in my hands. Ooh, magic. Oops. I clench and unclench my hands, taking deep breaths to calm myself. Ever since I started trying to work with magic, it has been activating on its own. Whenever I feel any sort of deep emotion, some type of electricity sparks in my hands. It is all I can do to try and keep my emotions in check. The last thing I want is to accidentally burn down the Marchen, or hurt anyone inside of it. Delora and Waltz have both agreed to start teaching me how to use my magic. For the last few days, the forest near the Marchen has served as the training grounds. Parfait constantly cloaks the Marchen in powerful magic to keep our presence hidden from Mother and the other witches. It allows us to use our magic without worrying about being tracked. Still, Parfait's constant spell has considerably weakened her. Delora and Waltz tried to convince her not to cast it in the first place, but Parfait insisted that we remain as close to the Tenebrarium as possible, rather than move somewhere safer. She told us that She told us all that I need to be close to the Tenebrarium as its bearer. As far as we all know, the crystal is still unmoved in the palace. Oh, okay. I know that the chance I will face Mother in a battle of magic is extremely high. Although I fear the outcome, I have no choice but to consider the possibility. Right? Time is running out, and I do not have the luxury of waiting much longer. I must decide what I must do. They all believe that I am the only one who can stand up to Mother, even with so little practice. Last night, I told Parfait that I would make my decision the next day, and that I would tell everyone what I had decided. Now is the time for that decision. Yeah, I'ma do it. Why not? When I step into the reception room, everyone is already there waiting for me. I catch Waltz's eyes first. He cocks his head ever so slightly, his lips stretching into a warm smile. I nod at him and smile back. I take a deep breath before facing everyone. I have an announcement to make. This is the first time I have spoken properly with everyone since my father's death. Before I tell you of my decision, I want to apologize for everything that I have done and for everything that has happened. Mother is back because I was a coward, and Father died because I was weak. Oh, Hana. Ophelia is the first to respond. It wasn't your fault, dear. Yeah. I stared down at the ground with my hands clenched. I try to will my anger away, but only managed a few deep stilling breaths before I look up again. I brought Mother back because I feared that disobedience would have them killed my father. Yet in the end, he was still... Oh yeah. True. Bleh. The image of Father's smiling face flashes through my mind. I clear my throat. I promised him that I would protect Angiel, and that is what I intend to do. I will do everything I can to protect our kingdom. Spoken like a true queen. Thank you! The words are shocking, even more so when they come out of Delora's mouth. Queen? Yes. Why do you seem surprised, princess? You know you're next in line for the throne. I hadn't even thought about being the next ruler. I am not even sure I have the right qualities. Can I really do this? Well, you're learning, girl. I wanted to see you become queen. Protect our kingdom. Yes. I cannot let Father down. I have to do this for his sake, but the kingdom comes before the crown. I will only take the crown if I can win it back. I will have to rely on all of you. I will need your help. I will need your help. Right? Like, I'm not completely relying on you, like, as if I can't do shit, but like, I need your help. Oh shit. That was a really weird place to save it because I was looking at Fritz, not Waltz. Dang it. And like, they have like almost like the same spelling if I just kind of like do that. Okay, here. God, I'm so like blind. Anyways, here. I will need your help. Yeah. I am still weak, but that will not stop me from training every day until we face Mother. I hope I am not asking for too much, but I hope you will all fight with me to protect our kingdom together. You didn't even need to ask us that, Hana. It goes without saying that we'll help you in any way that we can. I second that. We'll all be here for you. I smiled at everyone gathered. Yay! So this is what it feels to be trusted and needed. It feels good. Yeah, it does. It will be hard, but we will stop Mother together. We might stand a chance against her. Yes, Hildire is strong, but not invulnerable. Yes. Yeah, Parfait looks at me, eyebrows furrowed. Why, what? You know what we must do to stop Hildire, princess? Yes, I gotta kill her. I feel a tinge of pain in my chest, but force my eyes to hold Parfait's gaze. I look into Parfait's eyes with determination. I do. Yes, of course. Off to training then. Later that same day, I resumed my training with Waltz while Parfait and Delora tried to come up with a plan. Durin and Garland returned to the town to listen for any information regarding Mother and Alcaster or any happenings in the palace. I force myself to focus only on learning how to use my magic as fast as I can. Today, Waltz is continuing his lessons on barriers. He has been teaching me the same spells for the past week, emphasizing my protection. Yeah, a good offense is a good defense, yes? Let's review the types of barriers I've been trying to teach you. Do you remember them? One shields you from harm while the other deflects a spell back at the caster. Powerful spells cannot be deflected. Yes, of course. That's why you need to be able to tell which spells can be reflected and which cannot. Otherwise, you'll end up using the wrong barrier. True. A single mistake can cost you your life. So how do I know what barrier I must use? Yeah, good question. Allow me to demonstrate. You've seen me cast my spells many times, so you should be able to tell the difference between them. But for now, let's think of it as another game. Just take a guess. Who knows? You might actually give me the right answer. Okay, fine. I'll give you a nice little treat if you do. Okay, what treat? A treat. He always did like treating me in town. Yes, it's special this time. Okay, I wonder if this is just like those other sweets he treated to me before. Walt snaps his fingers and a glimmering but faint purple light appears around him. Oh god. Warn me. It is faded at first but slowly becomes brighter as he moves his hands. Usually the effects of Walt's magic are immediate, but this spell is taking longer to cast. Is this stronger magic? Maybe. I remember Waltz telling me before that it takes a lot of energy to cast a strong barrier. Does that apply to offensive spells as well? Yeah, I guess so. Makes sense. Question time. What kind of barrier should you use? A deflector or a shield? A shield! It seems like a stronger spell, because it takes longer to cast. Like, she's working out the logic, and it makes sense right now. A shield. The slow casting time makes this seem like a powerful spell, and powerful spells cannot be deflected. Surely this is the right answer. Is that your final answer? Stop! What is this, Jeopardy? My confidence is thwarted by sudden indecision. That's me! That's me! Hana, in the midst of a battle, you won't have the luxury of time to think about your decision. I know that. I look at him and nod. It should be the right answer. That is correct. Now prepare your shield. Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. I have never shielded myself from a powerful spell. What if my barrier breaks? Trust in yourself, Hana. Okay. I do as instructed and stretch out my hands to cast a barrier to shield myself. Okay, I do it. Here I go. Okay, God. My hands shake as Walter's spell collides with my barrier. I plant my feet to hold myself upright. Such a strong spell. Jesus Christ. When the light dissipates, I look up hesitantly before smiling triumphantly when I see that my barrier is still in one piece. Yes, I did it! Yes. Well done, little star. I eye the barrier again. My heart sinks when I notice new cracks in it. New cracks in its surface. My barrier. Look what you did to it. Don't fret, Hana. Even the strongest barrier will obtain cracks after being hit by a powerful spell. Okay, that is when you set up your next barrier. Your opponent will usually make the mistake of assuming you have the same shield up and attack you with a weaker spell to try to break it. Okay, you can be ready for them with a new barrier. That's true, I nod. That's always the same emphasis that they always say whenever they're duking it out. It's like magic-wise. They're like, you know, the cardinal rule is that you should always set up a second barrier. I'm impressed at how fast a learner you are. Thank you. I have a good teacher. Yes, I think you're just a good student. Stop. So when will you teach me offensive spells? I don't think you need to learn those quite yet. The witches we're up against will probably stick to offense, which means protecting yourself will be even more vital than trying to attack them. True, I told everyone that I would fight, and I meant it. If I need to hurt someone to save someone, I will do it. I look at him in the eyes, my gaze unwavering. I still need to learn, even if it's just one offensive spell, Waltz. Yeah, I mean, just give me one. What if I need to help you? I cannot do that by just conjuring barriers, yeah. I will not lose anyone else this time, Waltz. I look up at Waltz, and my heart aches at the sight of his frown. I do not want to lose you either. That is why I need you to be. That is why I need to be as strong as possible. I want to be able to protect you. Waltz makes his way over to me in just a few strides and pulls me into his arms. Hugs. I will do what I can to save you from a repeat of what happened last time, Hana. But you won't lose me. Waltz pulls back and looks at me, his expression warm and gentle. Here's your treat. As promised. Oh, is it a kiss? Kisses? I love kisses. Huh? Waltz bends down to place his lips over mine in a soft kiss. Oh gosh, it is a short-lived kiss, but it is still enough to make me breathless. You're all red, Hannah. Shut up. That was your special treat? I already saw it coming. I already knew. Disappointed? No. I quickly pressed my cheek to his chest to keep him from seeing my tinted cheeks. No. Let's call it a day. You need to rest. Teach me an offensive spell first, right? Hana, we've been practicing since morning and it will be dark soon. You already know that overusing your magic will take a toll on your body, especially when you're still getting accustomed to it. That's true. I shake my head at Waltz, determined. Using my magic before did wear me out, but now I can handle more. What kind of a bearer would I be if I couldn't handle this much? Please, I am begging you, Waltz. He eventually sighs and rubs the back of his neck. Okay, but just one spell. Right, thank you. He steps away from me. What I will teach you is a lightning spell. It's not for the faint-hearted. Okay. It will inflict excruciating pain on your enemies and also potentially paralyze them. I nod as Waltz continues his explanation. Okay, though I try my best to conjure the electricity, I have only managed sparks at the end of the day. It's like I'm Thor, the god of thunder. It's just sparks. I collapse onto my bed. I can feel the exhaustion lying over me like a blanket. I can barely move my arms after trying the lightning spell over and over again. I need to learn that spell as soon as possible. I yawn and then close my eyes. Sleep comes easy that night. Yeah, when you're still dead tired. Hana? No, that voice. Come back to me, my sweet princess. No. You have no choice in this, little one. You will come back to me, whether you like it or not. I will be waiting for you. No! Who says? I sit up in my bed, my heart pounding loudly in my chest and in my ears. I dream. I wipe unexpected beads of sweat from my forehead as I calm myself with steady breaths. No, I will never go back to you, mother. Never. Fuck you. I end up waking up later than usual, a result of my practice from yesterday. When I step inside the reception room, I see Jurian and Garland speaking with Parfait, Delora, and Waltz. There is a definite solemnity to the air. They all turn to look at me as I approach. Did something happen? Yeah. Princess, the palace made an announcement today. They are issuing a higher bounty on your head for murder and treason. Oh God. What? It was very strange. What with the fact that they haven't even bothered to look for you since that day. That is true. Something must have happened that forced them to suddenly act. Dolores soon gathers everyone in the room to discuss Jurian and Garland's discovery. The only one who is not here is a niece who is in town buying ingredients for the merchants' meals. But Hana didn't kill anyone. Isn't there some way to convince them? Alcaster's in power now and the people favor him. Now that everyone remembers who I am, they are once again frightened of me. Yes, they haven't witnessed my character development. No one would listen to you. Yeah. They haven't seen how much you've changed. If only they could understand your circumstances, then they might be more sympathetic. Oh, well thank you for your thoughts. I look at Emmeline in surprise and find myself smiling at her. Thank you for your kind words, right? I turn to everyone once again and frown. Once again, I am the one putting everyone in danger. I am so sorry. If any one of them gets hurt, I will never forgive myself. Anise, it'll be a good time for you to hurry back now. Waltz takes my hand and squeezes it. The simple gesture does wonders to calm my nerves. Don't be too hard on yourself, Hana. We've told you already. We want to help you. We're in this together. We're all in this together. Yeah. Like High School Musical. He's right. I am not sure if there is much Rod Emmeline or I could do, but we will definitely support you until the end. Before I might have cringed at her words, but now Ophelia has nothing to gain from pretending. Right? Mother is right. We're a family, and we will not abandon you. Ophelia and Emmeline are both smiling at me warmly. Even Rod seems to have a ghost of a smile on his face. Oh, thank you. Bam! I apologize for bringing this up, Karma, but is it possible to ask for reinforcements from Brigantia? Brigantia, yes. Brigantia is one of our neighboring kingdoms. We have never had close ties, mostly because Brigantia's king tends to stay away from our personal and political affairs. Me. They have always refused to engage in any sort of violent affairs. We all look at Karma, who stands there looking sullen. I don't know about that, girl. After a few moments, he lets out an exasperated sigh. You want me to ask the Kingdom of Brigantia for help? I remember Karma mentioning before that he was part of a noble family, but I did not expect him to be from Brigantia. What is he doing here, and how could he possibly ask for help from a king, because he is the king's son? The king does not participate in battles or skirmishes. It seems unlikely that he would provide support. He wouldn't provide assistance. Not even to his own son. Not even if his own son asked him. Yeah, son. You mean Karma crosses his arms and sighs. Yeah. Well, I suppose there's no use hiding it anymore. Yes. Yes, I am the son of King Clement of Brigantia. Judging from the sudden quiet in the room, it seems that Parfait, Delore, Walt, and the Knights were the only ones that knew. Yes. Oh, you're the Lost Prince? Yes, the Lost Prince. Gennaro told me that King Clement's oldest son had disappeared just a year ago. There were circumstances, yes, because he accidentally made a witch angry. Yes, my family never knew I had the fairy tale curse. I was forced to leave my kingdom so that I could come here to break my curse. He came to Angiel to break his curse? His eyes wander slowly to me, but then he focuses once more on the conversation. Yes, I was supposed to help you, but I wasn't of age yet. To answer your question, though, no, I do not believe my father would send help. He hasn't heard from me since I left a year ago, and he would most likely think me some kind of imposter unless I showed up at the kingdom's doorstep. Okay. Even then, he would have too many questions, and we would never get the help we were seeking in time. True. It seems we can't rely on them for help then. Oh, Anise, you're back! We all turned to stare at Anise. Oh, the fine lady Anise has suddenly appeared in the margin. What magic is this? I actually just came back. I'm sorry for startling you all, but I found this, and I had to bring it back. What? Her smile fades as she pulls out a flyer for us to see. Is it my wanted poster? An announcement? Oh no. From the looks of it, 4 days from now, Alcaster will make a speech about the changes that are to happen in Angiel. Oh, great. Changes? That doesn't sound very promising. It means bad news, but it may be worthwhile to take a look. This might give us some insight into what's happening at the palace. Hildare is still in hiding, but it seems very likely she could be involved in all of this somehow. Right. They could be plotting something very special for that day. They could be plotting something special for that day. Garland and I will go to the event then. We'll make sure not to stand out. I am coming too. Girl, I think that's a bad idea. That is a bad idea. Hana, I need to know what is happening. I cannot hide forever, Waltz. I will go, and I do not need anyone's permission to do so. Girl. Well, I guess you're technically the next queen after all. Delora, don't encourage her, right? We both know how stubborn she is. She won't stay put even if we command her to. Delora looks at me and winks. Parfait lets out a heavy sigh. Waltz and Karma will accompany her then. Waltz nods. Karma looks somewhat startled, but eventually nods as well. Okay, so until that day comes, we all need to prepare for the worst case scenario. I still think it's a bad idea. Like, I get why she wants to go, but it's like, damn girl, there's a time and place for everything. I have been practicing my magic non-stop since the day we heard of Alcaster's speech. Oh, I continued to work on my barriers while also continuously attempting that one offensive spell Waltz tried to teach me. Okay, remember what I told you. Focus your energy on the tips of your fingers until you feel the current flow through your veins. Okay, so yeah, what she's trying to teach me how to lightning bend is what it is. Good, now try to cast the spell to add me again. Okay. I stretch out my hand and imagine the energy gathering at my fingertips. Okay? Are you ready? I see sparks as I begin to cast a spell. Good, keep going. Okay, at the end of my casting time, I can feel the lightning snaking up and down my arms. Now release it. I direct the spell at Waltz with as much strength as I can muster, but it barely touches his barrier before it fades away. I groan. You're getting there, Hana. Yeah, I mean, I got something. The magic is weak, but it might still be able to paralyze someone for a time, so long as you hit them when they don't have a barrier up. Yeah. But the speech is tomorrow. I will not be able to master it by then. You don't need to. Let's not assume things will be so bad. Right. We're only going there to watch a speech. If that's all it is, you won't need your magic. Hopefully, fingers crossed. The two of us continue to diligently work, but after a few more rounds, my arms are sore and my mind is foggy. Yeah, my mind is foggy. Waltz calls it a day and the two of us retire to our rooms for the night. Ugh. So tired. I have tossed and turned in my bed for what feels like an hour, but sleep will not come. Yeah, sleep will still not come. It has been almost a month since I last went into town, and it is impossible to imagine the worst possible scenario for tomorrow. I will probably be awake until the sun rises. Yes. I turn to glance at the doll that Waltz gave me so long ago. She sits on my table, her glassy eyes staring back at me. I wonder if he is already asleep. Maybe he can help me calm my nerves. Waltz, are you there? Waltz? There's only silence. Maybe he's already asleep. I am about to leave when the door suddenly opens. Oh, hello. Hi. Hana? Yeah. Hello, Waltz. Yeah. Oh, let me guess. Couldn't sleep? Nope. I nod. Come in then. Okay. I sit on his bed and look around. My eyes shift to his table, where I notice a pile of sewing materials and an assortment of puppets. You have been working on your puppets? Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't sleep either. Aw. It's been a while since I last did a show, but I want to make sure my puppets and materials are ready to go once this is all over. I'm sure the children are looking forward to seeing your shows again. Yeah. Though they might be very surprised because, you're suddenly so big. Silence ensues as Walt sits down beside me with one of his puppets. He begins to slowly sew at one of the seams. The silence is deafening. He looks busy, but maybe I should say something. Say something, remain silent. Girl, I can't. I don't know. Huh. Let's enjoy the quiet, no? I don't know. I don't know. Say something. Say something? I don't know, let's just say something. Yeah. I am worried about what may happen tomorrow. You think too much, Hana. I do. Yeah, I do. I stare at the puppets on his table. When this is over, will you finally let me be your assistant? Yeah. Walt smiles and pats my head. Yes, when this is all over, I'll give you the spotlight. Ah, okay. Yay! I'm sure the children will love your puppet shows. Talking about what happens afterwards makes me feel normal. It gives me some hope. Hope that eventually everything will go back to normal. I feel better now. Thank you, Waltz. Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure I even did anything. No. You have just by being here with me, right? Yeah. I'd do anything for you, little star. Little star. There is that nickname again. Does it bother you? No. No, I was just wondering where it came from. Oh, right. I never told you the story, did I? No, you didn't. Back when I was still your mother's apprentice, my life was dull and empty. Then you showed up. Your circumstances were the same as mine, but your light never faded. You became my hope in that dark place, my light. That is why I consider you my little star. Stop! That's cute! I can only stare at Waltz as Waltz smiles at me. Right now, all I want is to stay by his side, to stay within the comforts of his warmth. I look at him and a thought shifts into my head, tinting me. I look at him and a thought shifts into my head, tinting my cheeks pink. What are you thinking, girl? What are you thinking? What is it? Can I stay with you tonight? Yes. Oh wow, so brazen. What? Well, Waltz's face is tomato red. He looks shocked. I can't. Oh, it's not that I don't want you to, but I might. I mean, He glances away and begins mumbling to himself. I suddenly feel dejected. Don't make that face, little star. Walt sighs. Okay, you can stay. Really? Yeah. Oh, let's just cuddle. Yeah, let's cuddle. We both lay side by side in the bed, shifting only slightly. Walt's is especially stiff. I wonder why. I loop my arms around his waist and snuggle into the crook of his neck. Waltz tenses beneath me. I feel like I'm being punished. What? Nothing. Just do a Christian side hug. Thank you for letting me stay. My room felt colder than normal tonight. I couldn't help thinking about tomorrow and then about father, and my words trail off as I try to focus on Waltz's warmth. Please do not leave me as well, Waltz. Hana, look at me. I move back to look up at him. Walt stares at me with an intensity that makes it difficult to look away. His features are illuminated by the soft moonlight, making them stand out all the more. My heart skips a beat. I'm not going anywhere, Hana. I will always be wherever you are. I promise to always protect you. I hate this talk, cause you know some shit's gonna go down. I reach out to touch his cheek. Thank you. He smiles at me before putting his arms around my waist and pulling me closer. I snuggle against his chest, taking in his warmth. I eventually fall asleep in his arms. It's so sweet. Today is the day. Everyone has been busy preparing for the speech. I was told to relax, and I have used the opportunity to move into the forest and get some fresh air. Yes. If only everywhere was as peaceful as this. Hana? Oh, I turn around to see Ophelia slowly walking toward me, a hesitant smile on her face. Ophelia? Yes, I'm sorry that I cannot be of much help during these distressing times. You have already helped me enough, Ophelia. You supported father when I did not. You have to stay safe, you and the others. You've truly changed. Ophelia takes my hands in hers and looks at me solemnly. Promise me you'll come back to us. I'll be praying that nothing happens today, but if it does, I beseech you to put your safety first. Ophelia, aw, I may not be your real mother, but you have always been my daughter. Aw, no, guilt floods through me. I have been cruel to her ever since she first came into our lives, and yet she still treats me so warmly. I do not deserve your kindness after all I have done to you, Emmeline and Rod. I am so sorry. Ophelia pulls me into a hug and smooths down my hair. Aw, that's all in the past now, dear. What matters now is the present. I nod and close my eyes. I missed out on so many things when I closed my heart up to everyone. I had always thought I was alone, but I was wrong. Thank you, Ophelia. Yeah, man. So, Sir Alcaster's speech starts in an hour, and everyone is making last-minute preparations before we go into town. Ophelia, Emmeline, and Anise will stay behind as Rod and Rumple volunteer to watch over them. Delora and Parfait left yesterday to attend a meeting with the fairies. Apparently they found someone who holds important information about Mother and her plans. Emmeline approaches me, her eyebrows creased. Hana, should you see your mother there, what will you do? I haven't really thought about it yet. Yeah. We are bound to face her sometime soon. I know that she is your mother, princess, but are you emotionally ready to face her? Oh, I have no idea. I am taken aback by her question. Jurian, I apologize for being blunt, but we all have to consider the worst possible scenario, don't we? I need to know that the princess is ready to face her. In a battlefield, one must not hesitate. Yes, it's true. Jurian continues to look at me, waiting for my answer. Like, I'm glad you're being real with me, Jurian. I finally face her with determination. I will face her, and I will stop her. Yes. And that's chapter 9. Yes, the queen! The high queen bitch herself. Yes, here she comes. I assume she's gonna be there because the title of the chapter is The Queen. So yes, here we are. We are finished up on chapters 7 and 8, and I will leave this episode here, you guys. Holy crap, we are just one episode away from getting our, no doubt, indefinite bad ending. So prepare yourselves. Oh god, I don't know. I should be more so saying that to myself, because I know a lot of you have hinted at the fact that Waltz's route was one of your faves, and it's like the fan faves, I think it is, as well as the part where it's like, I think the self-sacrifice and the sacrifices in Waltz's route in particular is like more heavier than compared to the other routes. So I'm scared. I'm scared. Anyways, you guys, we're gonna wrap it up, the bad ending, in the next episode, but that just means that'll just leave us to get the good endings and have everything work out, and we can all forget about it, okay? So hang in there until the next episode, but for now, bye.